今ならわかるわ。セールチーヤでムカつくクラスメートたちを殺せと七姉妹に命じた時、どうして彼女らにそれができなかったか。そしてマモンが言った意味が今ならわかるわ。
Alright guys, welcome back to some more Umineko, When They Cry. Last time, at the very end, we had the unexpected, unexpected death of Batter, Ushiromiya Batter, the main man himself, the MC himself. I did not see that coming. That was the biggest twist. I did not expect to die so early. We also got to learn, as Angie mentioning, I'm going to mention here, as we just learned recently, that for murders to happen using magic, they also have to be possible using human tricks. So it's impossible for them to only be possible with magic, right? Or else it wouldn't be a game. Earlier on in the part, we had Erika. We also had Angie and Featherine having a discussion. Angie's still trying to figure out the truth of things and finding that this whole romantic love novel that Featherine's created is to be ridiculous. But Featherine urged her on, and Angie realized that Featherine has found some sort of truth, so she decides to continue. And then Erica's been woken up by George and Jessica, who ask where Batter and Mother have gone to, and now we've gone around in the mansion and seen where the bodies of the first victims of the first Twilight are, and now we're here with Angie talking with Featherine. So let's keep it going. All right.
魔法は自らの手で成し遂げられることしかできないということか。
At that time, if I'd possessed determination to kill my classmates, no, that's not it. Not even determination. If you had possessed the capability to do it, right? Like if you actually could do it feasibly, then yeah. If I had been capable of killing my classmates, exactly. Capable of going through with it, yeah. Then the Seven Sisters of Purgatory would probably have pulled it off for me. They could only accomplish what I could do myself. No, that's not it either. They could take what I had accomplished and turn it into magic. Of course, there were a great number of witnesses in that classroom, so that would probably have been impossible. Maria One-chan would call it being burned by the anti-magic toxin. However, if I had called those classmates out somewhere without witnesses and carried out murder myself, that would be when the Seven Sisters of Purgatory could carry out a magical murder.
魔女は魔法をもってしても自らにできないことをできない。自らにできることのみ魔法で装飾できる。面白きかな。魔法を使わずして成し遂げる者が魔法を語り魔女を名乗るのだから。このエリカとやらはそれを初めから理解している。だから絶対に魔女に屈しない。絶対にトリックで説明できるという信念を持ってる。かつてのバトラにはそれがなかったから、これまでああも翻弄されてきたというわけだ。このルールを見破られたら魔女に勝ち目はなくなるわ。だからそれを見破られる前に相手を屈服させなくちゃいけない。長引けば長引くほど、そしてヒントを与えれば与えるほど魔女は圧倒的に不利になっていく。
Because as I mentioned last part, once you have that rule, it's basically automatic that the witches can't win, right? You just gotta figure out the tricks eventually, and if you do, you win, right? The witches win when you're convinced that it can only be done with magic. That's when they win. But when you're confident that it can be done with tricks, then the witches can't win. The more confident you are, and the more you're aware of the rule, the better. For the human side. Once again, my thoughts are spinning in circles. Why did Beato prolong this game until she lost? Beato could have easily won right away then, obviously. In episode 2, she had him. Episode 3, she had him. I mean, every episode she really had him. Prolonging it to episode 4 made her lose essentially. And then, by episode 5, Beato figured out the truth. Many victims had been found, and the mansion was still wrapped in chaos. Hideyoshi's group seemed to have gone to the guest house, worrying about the safety of the kids there. So Hideyoshi's here too. We just hadn't seen him thus far, even though... Who's Hideyoshi with? Is he with Kumasawa, Nanjo, and Genji, or what? Because we know Rudolph and Cross are together, with Gora presumably, and maybe Eric is there too. Cross and Rudolph were in the hall, talking about what should be done next. During a short gap in this chaos, Erika dashed all about the mansion. Okay. She was checking the crime scenes. Normally, with the detective's authority, Erika had the right to openly investigate the crime scenes to her heart's content. However, this time she hadn't yet invoked that authority. Because of that, and with her being a guest and an outsider, there was little to no chance that she would be allowed to investigate. So she was forced to quickly check all the crime scenes now, but she could still run about as she pleased. In the servant room, there had been a clear folder containing a plan of the mansion's interior. Because she had borrowed that, she knew the location of every room in the mansion. Eric efficiently made her way through the mansion, dashing to each crime scene in turn.
Erika 卿、ご存知とは思いますが、念のためご忠告をいたします。
はい、何です？
エリカ卿は確かに写真並みの驚くべき記憶力をお持ちです。それは探偵権限と組み合わせることで何者にも欺かれぬものとなり得ました。
ああ、わかってます。探偵宣言をしていない私は写真並みの記憶力を持っていても欺かれない保証はないってわけですね。もちろん理解していますとも。かといって現場を直接視認しないわけにはいきませんから。前回のゲームではそこに慢心し悔やみきれぬ失態を犯しましたから。
極論、今のエリカ卿はどれほど研修をしようとも死んだふりを見破れない可能性が常に残るということです。すべての状況を個別に確定させるためにもバトラに復唱要求をする必要があるでしょう。
それを引き出すために青き真実を駆使しなくてはなりませんね。分かってます。基礎を十分に基本から探偵権限などなくてもハンデにはなりません。かつてのバトラと同じ条件で戦っているだけなんですから。
Yes, this fight is retracing the old days when Batra and Beto fought so fiercely. They have no conveniences such as the detective's authority. I truly do just have to fight the same way the old Batra fought. Thinking of it this way, it may be true that I was in a very blessed, unfair position last game, just as my master said. may be difficult without the detective's authority, which also holds my honor as a detective. But I won't let that be a handicap. I know what magic is, and I'm fully aware of how to fight with the red and blue truths. I know the way to fight in this game many times better than the old battler did. And you know what? You're not wrong. You're completely correct about Erica. You do know how to fight in this game better than I did. I quickly visited the VIP room, across the study, and Nazi's room on the second floor, as well as the parlor and the guest room on the first floor. This time checking with my eyes, as I had neglected to do in the last game. Because you need to do that last game, I could say that people were faking their deaths, right? That's what we could claim, right? Because we could claim that, yeah, because you didn't use your detective authority to properly check, we could have said that. So you visited Eva, Nazi, Kiria, Nazi, Maria, and Rosa, and you also visited Battler. Okay. But yeah, I do believe that you are better than I am, Erica, at understanding all this stuff. But you don't have the same love as Battler does. That's the thing, Erica. First off, all of the scenes were made to look like locked rooms. Probably of special note is the fact that the master keys have no relation to the tricks this time. The locked rooms were all constructed without relying on any elements that could be locked or unlocked in the outside by master key or something else. The windows were locked on the inside, and the doors were all locked and chained. The master key can get around all of the locks. Wait, what? Sorry. The master key can get around all of the locks on the doors, but the window locks and the chain locks are more trouble than they might appear. I haven't yet used the repetition request to get confirmation that it's impossible to manipulate them from the outside, but I'm sure he'll be able to say it in red. It'd be stupid otherwise.
分かってます。今の私はただの人間。遺体の死亡確認さえ満足にできやしない。
Last time, I neglected to check the bodies and let a massive piece of magic get by me. I won't feel like that again. If I let that happen even once more, I won't be able to face the master I'm so indebted to.
まず、すべての部屋は窓の施錠とチェーンロック等による外部よりの干渉の困難な方法によって密室を構築されていました。唯一の例外はローザとマリアの死んでいた客間のみです。
The only exception is the parlor where Rosa and Maria lay dead. Okay, how is it in the parlor then?
金慶、慎んで申し上げる。
Red truth time?
帽子掛けが勘抜きにされていたものなり。
Right, no red truth obviously. Erica doesn't have that ability now. So good truth is just saying for your attention, I beg to inform you of the following. For no reason, just out of her politeness, for her duty. Let it be known that the door was barred with a hat stand. That's true.
実質的にチェーンロックと同様の内側のみより施錠可能と思われるものなりや。
マスターキーによる解釈を完全に封じた密室を構成するためでしょう。客間の性格上、チェーンロックがないため他の何かで代用することも自然です。
ならどうしてチェーンロックのある他の部屋を密室に選ばなかったかが興味深いですね。
バトラが死んでいた客室は他にも数室あって同じような構造をしてたわけですよね。
はい、そうです。
ならそこに閉じ込めれば全員チェーンロックの密室ということでより美しかったはずなのにそれをしなかった。
You think there's a specific reason?
どうもこの客間の帽子掛けの甘露期とやらがうさんくさいです。復讐要求でよく追求するべきでしょうね。あと遺体なんですが前回の首がバッサリみたいに探偵権限がなくとも絶対の死亡を確認できるようなものはありましたか？
Of course, she had checked all the corpses in all of the crime scenes this time. So, well, what did she find? Was anything that abundantly clear? I feel like Rose's death should be very clear with blood dripping down from her forehead. But I don't know what's up with Kiria should be burned, right? So how's it going with Kiria? I'm not too sure what to say about Maria's death or Battler's death or anyone else's death, so Rosa should be pretty clear, oh, no? However, without the detective's authority, she had no guarantee that she would be able to see through any fake deaths with certainty. The old battler had also started fighting by doubting whether the victims were truly dead. It was the same for Erika. I mean, it's not a bad argument. It's not a bad argument. Fighting by questioning whether the victims are dead to begin with or not is not a bad argument, considering it's a trick that has been used before in Umineko. Literally, or at least I think it has. I think in episode 1 at least one person was faking their death in episode 1. And it is very possible that people faking their deaths in episode 5 as well. Last episode, so... Know that there were no corpses that could have been confirmed dead with certainty by physical means.
緊急慎んで申し上げ立てまつる。いずれの遺体も装飾された偽装死の可能性を否定できぬものなり。
Okay.
まあ死亡確定の復讐要求をしたところでバトラが簡単に答えてくれるとも思いませんが、やれやれ。
Go on, Battler.
私はベアとの時の6連鎖密室の方が面白かったけど。
You did?
でもマスターキーが一切通用しないという意味においては密室の完成度は今回の方が上ね。
Hell yeah, baby.
バトラが狙ってくる密室破りはおおむね2つ。密室錯覚と事件錯覚。このどちらかね。
密室錯覚はわかるわ。一見密室に見えて実はそうじゃないってことでしょ。事件錯覚ってのは何？
As in, a crime never happened there. The person that is dead locked the room and is pretending to be dead, or something along those lines. Or maybe they have a fake corpse in there and the person's in the room somewhere else, hiding in the room. Whatever else. That's what illusion of a crime would mean, right?
事件が起こったと錯覚することよ。
Yeah. So the person... Yeah.
つまり本当に死んでいるのかどうかということ。
Yeah.
何それ、バカバカしい。いくら密室でも中の人が生きてたらそんなのただのトイレでおしっこしてるのと同じだわ。でも今回の密室殺人、ぶっちゃけそれが怪盗だとしか思えないんだよね。
チェーンロックを外側から細工する無限の可能性。隠し扉の有無、遠隔殺人の有無、
あるいは自殺の可能性だってそもそも密室が成立しているのかさわからないという
私はバトラのゲーム版裏から見てるから知ってるけど
Hey, you're cheating! You're giving her extra help! What's up?
これは完璧な密室よ。密室は内部からのみ構築され外部からは構築も解除も干渉も一切できない。
I trust you. You know, I trust Lambda. I know she didn't say it in red, but I trust her.
それ赤で言える
Don't do it. Come on now. She's helped you enough.
さすがにそれはバトラに悪いから
Yeah.
遠慮するわ。
Yeah, exactly. Don't do that.
ベルンが私を愛してるんだったら私の発言も赤き真実で見えるはずよ。
I trust you. I trust her. See, Bern, you be like me, Bern and Erica. Trust her. I choose to trust her. Alright? If you have love, you would, right?
なら密室は完璧つまりこれは事件錯覚ってことになるわ
そうなるわね。だとしたらこれは全部狂言密室だわ。大方エリカがあまりに空気読めずに探偵探偵と騒ぐものだ。
Get her. Cook her.
後ろ宮家みんなで結託して狂言殺人を披露してからかってみたってことじゃない？
I love that logic. Let's go.
あら、これ正解？私ってば超名探偵。
Star. Cook her. Get her.
それが困ったことにこれは狂言じゃないのよ犠牲者はきっちり殺されてるわ
2日目の24時の時点でとかじゃなくて？
探偵宣言を出してこそいないけど彼女の検視は極めて正確よ私が赤き真実を与えられるくらいのね
それでエリカの検視時に間違いなく死亡してたってことになるの？
ええそうよそれはもうがっつりと
でも赤き真実では言ってあげないのね。
Nah. There's a reason why she's handicapped, quote unquote.
エリカはその赤が喉から手が出るほど欲しいだろうに。
だって今回のあいつ探偵でさえないもの赤き真実なんてあげないわ
しかしとなるとすごいじゃない。バトラの今回のこれ完璧な密室殺人だわ。
You think?
あらそうなるわ
エリカ大丈夫？一見普通の密室殺人だけど地味にかなりヤバい密室だわこれ。探偵権限さえないエリカにはちょっと荷が重いんじゃない？
自称名探偵だもの
True.
きっとエリカはやってくれるわ探偵ですらない人間風情に打ち破られたらバトラもベアとも最高にざまあないくらいに粉々でしょ
それに万一エリカが負けても最悪のかけらにぶち込んで忘却の深淵に叩き込んで遊ぶからそれはそれで面白そうだし。
So your worst possible outcome is if they tie then.
そういうこと私たちはどっちに転んでも退屈しないわ
Or would you see a tie as in Erica's loss once again?
あんたってば本当に血も涙もないわね。ま、そんな黒猫を雑巾のように絞って一滴だけ滴る雫を舐める時が私の至福なわけだけど。
ベアとのゲーム版でも散々遊ばせてもらってるけどもう何も出てきやしないくらいに絞り尽くした このゲームもこれでおしまいなのよ。だから最後にふさわしくエルファ、バトラー、互いの破滅をかけた一騎くらいには盛り上がってくれなきゃね。
So you're saying this is the last game of the Golden Witch? End of the Golden Witch? Maybe this should be the end of the Golden Witch. Not last episode. This is called Dawn. Instead, this is called Dawn, yeah?
このゲームで無限にあんたと遊ぼうと思ったのに
Asobo? Forever?
残念だわ。
とんでもない。十分にあんたに付き合わされたわよ。また面白そうなゲーム版を見つけてらっしゃい。そしたらまた遊んであげる。
本当にあんたは私を飽きさせないわ。それでいいのよ、ベルンカステル。そんなあんたの表情を苦悶に歪めることだけが私が覚えてしまった唯一の禁断の蜜なのだから。
Lambda Delta had guaranteed that it was a perfect locked room. Burncastle had guaranteed that it was a perfect murder. A perfect locked room murder. The witches hated to be a killjoy, so they wouldn't yet say anything with the red truth. Presuming that would be the rule of Battler and Erica. I believe both of them.
随分ドタバタと現場巡りをしたようだな。
I believe both of them when they say that it was a perfect locked room and a perfect murder. I'm gonna choose to believe that none of them have faked their death this episode. This the first one at least. Let's go with that for this. I know that's not what we assumed last episode. I know last episode we made a theory where they faked their deaths, or that they hadn't died at the time because Erica didn't properly investigate their bodies. But at this point, what if you do? It would be boring to use the same trick two episodes in a row, right? So, let's see. Let's try to figure out in a different way.
十分か現場検証は。
十分です。さて、私とあなたの赤と青の論争バトルですが、いかがします？早速始めますか？それとも最後にまとめて？
お預けは俺の性分じゃねえな。
Starting off right away?
それはお前もだろうぜ。
Okay.
なら、早速この第1の番の密室に切り込ませていただきます。その前に確認です。復唱要求に応じるおつもりは？
内容によるぜ。全てに応じる義務はなく、応じない理由も開示しない。
ではシンプルに密室定義の確認から参りましょう。ドラノール、呼び上げてください。
了解です。
Red truth inbound. Alright, from this part onward, it seems like I'm gonna have some homework on me to write down some red truths.
以下の復唱を要求します。
Okay. The Lanor unfurled the kind of scroll often depicted in Western fairy tales when an official reads a royal decree, and she read the contents out loud.
一つ、6人の部屋はすべて密室である。
認める。
Okay?
もちろんゴーダたちがチェーンを切断するなどして密室を破るまでの話だが、
Also until Goda and the others severed the chains and destroyed the locked rooms. Just making sure the definition is proper. First, the rooms with the 6 people in them are all locked rooms. Okay. Okay, just checking the definition, okay? At a nod from Dlanor, Cornelia, who stood behind her, started taking notes.
一つ、密室の定義とは外部より構築不可能であること。
認める。
Acknowledge, okay?
つまり外部からはどんな細工でも密室を構築できないということ。
Yep.
チェーンロックを外部より細い針金などで器用にかけ直したなどは認められないということです。
Yep.
言われるまでもありません。ドラノール、続けてください。
Continue.
一つ、密室の定義とは内外を横断する一切の干渉が断絶されていることを指す。
認める。
Acknowledge. Okay.
ただしノックや声、内線電話など一般的な部屋で想定できる干渉方法を否定はしない。
You won't rule out Knox voices and the extension telephone line. Okay. Okay. So those are allowed. That's something that I remember Beaton allowing episode 4, was it? Episode 3? I don't exactly remember. There was one episode where Knox voices were not even those could go through. I don't remember which locked room it was, but it was in one of the episodes. I don't remember exactly which. But batteries allowing it for this time. So Knox, all that, you can hear noises from outside the room.
一つ、
Write that down, Cornelia.
密室破壊時、室内には犠牲者、ナツヒ、エヴァ、キリエ、ローザ、マリア、バトラ以外存在しない。
This is a big one. At the time of the breaking of the locked rooms, none existed within the room except the victims. So, Nazi, Eva, Kiria, Rosa, Maria, and Batman.
認める。
Acknowledged! That's a big one. They're supposed to check that the murderer hadn't been hiding inside a locked room. Yep, that's a big one. Because if the discoverers departed the scene after becoming aware of the locked room murder, and then the culprit slipped out of the room after that, it would have been possible to construct an illusion of a locked room. Because of Batra had acknowledged their statement with the right truth, this possibility that the culprit and the victim had both been inside the locked room at the time of the crime, following which the culprit had hid under the bed and snuck out after the discovery of the crime, had now been eliminated.
一つ、密室破壊時以降に殺人は行われていない。
No murder was committed after the breaking of the locked rooms, okay?
拒否する。
There it is. That's a big one. Okay, okay. That's a big one. He declines that one.
なぜです？
He has no obligation to explain why, but that's a big one.
実は密室を破った時点では犠牲者たちが生きてたからですか？
Not necessarily, Erika.
そして実は押し入ったクラウスたちが犯人でそこで殺人を行った。すなわち密室誤殺人だから。これが真相だからですか？
No, Erika. There's no way it will be that simple. No way it will be that simple. In other words, because it was a murder after the locked room was destroyed.
いいえ、違います。
Yeah, I don't think it will be something that simple.
まだ殺人は続くのですから、これ以降に殺人が行われないと赤で宣言することはできません。
へりくつに。
Is it?
私たちの趣旨は分かってるはずです。
I mean, then define your saying more accurately then.
クラウスたちがチェーンを切断して密室を破り、そして中にいた人間を殺した。これに反応してもらいたいだけです。
Let's see what you asked him to repeat. Let's see the repetition request. No murder was committed after the breaking of the locked rooms. I mean, murder needs to be committed after the breaking of the locked rooms. You know that's what's supposed to happen. So that's tough, bro. And Arthur also doesn't need to respond to that blue truth right now. He can do it as long as he does it before midnight of the second day. Then he doesn't have to argue this right now.
エリカ卿、クラウスたちとの不特定多数な言い方では不十分です。
That's fair.
まずは密室破壊以降に室内に入った人間を確定すべきです。
緊急。密室に踏み入ったのは犠牲者を除きクラウス、ルドルフ、
秀吉、郷田の4人もいる。
So Hideyoshi was with them. We just never got any mention of Hideyoshi during those scenes. Only Cross, Rudolph, and Gora.
金系、これは聞き取りによるものなり、他に踏み入った人物がいないという保証はなきなりと知りたてまつれ。
This is true.
言われるまでもない。今のを復唱してもらいましょう。密室破壊後、部屋に入ったのは私を除きクラウス、ルドルフ、秀吉、郷田の4人のみである。
いいぜ、認める。ただしこれは現時点での話だ。今後のゲーム展開以下では他の人物が立ち入ることもあり得る。
Alright. Now we have to think. After breaking up the locked rooms, no one else entered. But someone could have exited if they're already in the room to begin with. So he's only acknowledging that no one else entered to the current point in time. But he's not acknowledging that no one exited. So that's important. And also, no one entered the room. The culprit could have also done the killings from outside the room. Right? What if they broke the lock, opened the door, then the culprit from outside the room shot the person inside the room, all the way from outside the room. Then the culprit never actually entered the room. Only those four entered the room, right? So, I'm not saying that's what I think happened. Just saying.
復唱要求。クラウス、ルドルフ、秀吉、郷田は犯人ではない。
That is a ridiculous repetition request. Deny that, Batter. I'll deny that for you. That's freaking crazy. What? Deny, decline. That is a what? You at this point you're just asking. They're not the what? Shut up. Batter put his finger on his chin, deep in thought. This word culprit was fairly broad. That's true. That's also true. And it might serve to greatly restrict the darkness of the witch. That's fair.
答えてもいいのではないでしょうか。もし拒否すれば、クラウスたちが犯人であるという青き真実が残ったままとなります。
Because you have to. How do you define a culprit, right? If Rudolph stole something, then he's the culprit of stealing something. So define culprit. Do you define culprit as the main person who, during all these different episodes, has been the one that recurrently has been killing, the family members or the family in this mansion in Rokkenjima? But then, if all of these four people are not the culprit, does that mean that they can't kill at all? That means they can still kill. They're not the culprit, with the way I define culprit. They're not the culprit, but they could have killed people. Like, I don't think Eva's the culprit, but I still think she killed me in episode 3. She killed Battler, point blank. Alright? But Eva's not the culprit, so define culprit. That's a broad term.
そうだな。認めはするが、言い方をさらに厳密にしよう。
You have to be strict about it, I agree.
クラウス、ルドルフ、秀吉、郷田たち4人は夏日、エヴァ、キリエ、ローザ、マリア、バトラたち6人の殺人に関わっていない。
Alright, that's a fair red truth. That's a fair red truth. They had no involvement. Saying that they had no involvement, I'm gonna go ahead and say that implies they had no accidental involvement either. Because accidental involvement is still involvement. So they didn't accidentally, unknowingly do something that would cause their deaths, right? Cross didn't accidentally fall, which made his finger, shoot a gun that killed someone, right? Nah, he had no involvement, so not even accidental, and no coincidences either, right? No, not coincidental, not intentional, not unintentional, not directly or indirectly. Can we define, you know, no involvement here? You know what I mean? Not indirect involvement either. Right? Can I go ahead and say that Cross Rudolph, Hideyoshi, and Gora did not consent to their deaths either? They did not agree with someone else that you can kill them. You know what I mean? Hideyoshi didn't have a secret meeting with Kumasawa saying, Kumasawa, you can kill them, because Hideyoshi was not involved. You know, all of that, indirect, direct, intentional, deliberate, unintentional, and coincidental involvement. No involvement, okay? I want all of that specified, and I'm gonna guess that it is specified to that degree.
ということは、密室に入ってさえいないそれ以外の人間たちもまた殺人に関わることは不可能ということになりますね。
And that means it was also impossible for any of the other humans who didn't enter the locked room to have been involved in those murders either, doesn't it? Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
さあな、自分で考えな。
Yeah, think about it yourself. I agree. Not necessarily.
密室に立ち入らずに密室殺人を成立させる青き真実が提出できるってのなら、こっちも赤き真実で返答してもいいぜ。もっとも俺はお前がこれから提出する青き真実のうちたった一つを打ち破るだけでいい。つまり今からお前が遠隔密室殺人のトリック X を青き真実で説明できたとしても必ずしもそれに赤き真実で答える必要はないわけだ。
These are the rules of the witch's game. Angie checked these details with Beat of the fourth game. The witch side lays out mystery after mystery and claims them all to be impossible to carry out except by magic. The human side must use the blue truth to argue that they are explainable with tricks. If they cannot make a counter-argument with the blue truth for even one of these mysteries, that mystery will be considered to have been done by magic. And it will be impossible to deny the existence of a witch. In other words, the witch side only needs to protect any one of its mysteries. In contrast, the human side has to fully explain all mysteries with the blue truth. And even if the human side manages to explain all the mysteries with the blue truth, if any one of those is successfully countered by the red truth, the witch will win. Therefore, just like the strategy that the old Beato adopted in her final game, it is sufficient for the witch side to put off with their red text counter arguments until the very last moment, then make a single strike at their opponent's most fragile spot.
「いずれにせよ今の復唱要求には拒否ということですね。
勘違いするなよ。復唱要求はお前へのサービスではないんだぜ。
Okay, which last one? Which last one? That means it was also impossible for any of the other humans who didn't enter the locked room to have been involved in those murders either, doesn't it? I mean, yeah, that would be way too big of a freaking hint. I mean, right? Because That means it's for, yeah, that's way too big of a hint, bro. Come on, Erica, that you're going way above what you think you should be capable of right now. From the perspective of the witch side, repetition requests are just a supplement to make sure that the human side hasn't misunderstood the question. Therefore, they have neither a technical nor a moral obligation to respond to requests that are extremely broad.
やりますね。魔女側プレイヤーとしてもなかなか頑張るじゃないですか。
お前とは場数が違うぜ。
ドラノール。
続けます。一つ、犠牲者たちは他殺を除くあらゆる方法で死んではいない。
Okay.
認める。
That's a big one. Nice.
もちろん自殺や事故死ではありません。
There were no suicides or accidental deaths. Okay. I mean, no other method than by homicide does imply that, yes. Okay. But I mean, we're still gonna good that you completely confirmed that check, Beato.
一つ、犠牲者は
ドラノール。それで結構です。
That's enough.
よろしいのですか。まだ項目が。
ええ、もう十分です。現場の状況は確認できました。ここから青き真実での反論タイムとしましょう。
Okay.
ああ、いいぞ。ご公説を拝聴しようじゃ。
Masterful. Though Bato and Erica were enemies, it looked to Beato as though they were having a little fun doing it. What do you think, Chick Beato? She was probably slightly jealous of Erica. Beato thought back on the books she had read in Federine's archives, in which the old her and Batter had fought. That must have been fun as well. You think? Like a chess game. During a short break in the family conference, a horrible, brutal mass murder had occurred. Oh man, people be dying. People be dying. That's why you gotta watch out. You gotta watch out for the people dying. Excluding Batter, the six people killed had all been women. Oh yeah, good point. I didn't even think about it like that. I didn't think about it like that. Yeah, a lot of women deaths this episode, excluding Batter. Ooh, I didn't think about it like that at all. Nazi, Eva, Rosa, Maria, and of course, Kyrie. Nazi as well. Nazi. Yeah, I wonder if there's a reason for that. I don't know. Could just be a coincidence, but good point. Good point that you brought it up specifically, visual novel. The men who had been left behind went mad with rage at the cowardice of it, broke down sobbing at the sadness of losing their wives, and went back and forth between the two many times.
どうして女ばかり
Why were they all girls? Good point. Good point, visual novel. Why were they all girls?
卑劣にも程があるやないか
How cowardly. How they cowardice, bro.
俺たちは何だってんだ
Why can you kill us men?
同じ屋根の下にいて自分の家族が殺されてるのに揃いも揃って気づかず のんびりヤニを吸ってたってわけかよ、畜生。しかし誰がどうやって。妻たちは決して無防備ではなかったのだぞ。皆チェーンをしたままだった。くだらねえぜそんなこと。どうやって殺したかが問題じゃねえ。誰が殺したかだけが問題だ。
なあ源氏さん、郷田さん、親族会議中の屋敷は窓も扉も全て鍵がかかってたっちゅうんやな。
はい、それはもう間違いなく。
So Genji's here?
奥様のお言いつけ通り、普段は夜の見回り時に必ず全ての施錠をいたしております。今夜は特別でございましたので、お子様方をゲストハウスへお送りしてからすぐに施錠するようにいたしておりました。
そりゃおかしいぜ。だったらどうして屋敷にバトラーやマリアちゃんがいるんだ。入ってこれないはずだろう。
They shouldn't have been able to get in, right?
戸締まりがほんまにしっかりしとったらそういうことにはならんはずや。この二人が屋敷の中にいたことが戸締まりが完全じゃなかったことの証拠とちゃうんかな。
He was arguing that Goda's failure to lock up properly might have allowed the strangers to sneak in. At the very least, none of them had known that Battler and Maria had visited the mansion. If those two had come and found everything locked tight, they wouldn't have been able to get inside. If they had rung the doorbell, Goda would probably have heard them from the 7th room, but Goda said that nothing of the sort had happened. How they had entered the locked mansion was a complete mystery.
ひょっとするとでございますが、例えば奥様方のどなたかがたまたま玄関近くにおいでになり、バトラー様たちのノックか呼び鈴に気づいて扉をお開けになったとか。
そんなわけねえだろ。その時郷田さんは使用人室にいたはずだろ。玄関が開いたら使用人室にチャイムが鳴る仕掛けがあったはずだぜ。来客に気づかねえわけはねえ。
それがその。
Yes, but you see, I'm an accomplice.
ゴーダはその時ちょうど皆様方のお言いつけでお飲み物等の配膳にお伺いしており、使用人室に不在でした。
Genji's an accomplice.
なんでこんな大事な日に屋敷の使用人が一人なんだ。どうして源氏さんみたいな重要な人がゲストハウスの当番なんだ。おかしいじゃねえか。どうして使用人室を空っぽにしちまったんだ。 妻がそういうシフトを組んだのだ。よく気の利くゴーダなら親族会議中にも洒落た飲み物を差し入れてくれると期待したのだろう。
しかしなクラス兄さん、親族会議やで。一年で一番大切な日やで。
Ain't no way Crosser just predicted that, hey, they're gonna get murdered tonight. Come on now.
そんな日になんで郷田さん一人だけを屋敷の当番にしたんや。せめてもう一人おったら話は変わってたんとちゃうか。
With a half crying, half enraged, jumbled up expression, Hideyoshi yelled at Goda. Of course, the culprit who killed everyone was the most to blame and the most despicable. However, even if he understood that, he needed to let off some of his emotions by hating someone he could see.
皆さんの胸中心よりお察しします。ですがどうか落ち着いてください。郷田さんの戸締まりが不完全だったか、あるいはゲストハウスから戻ってきたバトラさんとマリアさんを誰かが迎え入れて、その後施錠し忘れたのかは分かりません。
Are you sure that when Cross and Rudolph went out to check the parlor, right? Was the door locked at the time? They must have been, right? It must have been, because when Erica tried to come in, the door was unlocked. And the explanation from the visual novel was that it was because Cross and Rudolph unlocked it when running out to the parlor. But then we know that there could be narrative lies, so can we truly believe that?
ただそれが謎の犯人の侵入と関係があったとは限りません。何しろあれだけの大きなお屋敷です。もっと早い段階から屋敷に入り、ずっと深夜までどこかの部屋で息を殺していたのかもしれません。誰かを疑いたい気持ちはわかりますが、どうか落ち着いてください。
客人の言う通りだ。憎むべきは犯人であって、たまたま当番だった郷田ではない。とにかく落ち着こう。私とて悔しい。だが今は我々が率先して冷静さを取り戻さなくてはどうしようもない。
兄貴、
皆辛くて悔しい気持ちは同じだ。そして犯人を絶対に許したくない。だからこそ我々は冷静を取り戻さなければならないのだ。
そや、わしにもジョージがおる。クラウス兄さんにはジェシカちゃんがおる。そしてルドルフ君も帰りを待つエンジちゃんがおるはずや。
ああ、エンジ
犯人と差し違えたる思うんはまだ早いんや。
まだ犯人はこの島にいます。そしてこの無残な事件がこれで幕を下ろしたとは限らないのです。私たちは冷静を取り戻し、これ以上の惨劇を食い止めねばなりません。
The coffee still looks sour. Erica's words softly consoled them, or gently admonished them. If a servant had said the same thing, Rudolph would probably have jumped on him. However, since it had come from the lips of the guest, a neutral party, it seemed to reach their ears.
落ち着きましょう。ここには成人の男性が3人もいて、そして銃を持っています。犯行の手口を見る限り、犯人が銃を持っている可能性は低いでしょう。つまり私たちがしっかりしている限り、もはや犯人に手出しする余地はないということです。
Interesting that Erica's saying that, oh yeah, you know, we should try to keep the tragedies to a minimum and we should protect ourselves. You know, she knows that further tragedies will happen. She knows this. She's well aware of this.
彼女の言う通りだ。
後宮の島でこれ以上犯人の好き勝手にさせるわけにはいかん。探し出そう。この台風だ。島からは逃げられねえし、雨宿りできる場所だって限られてるはずだ。
この島は案外狭くありません。残念ですがこの程度の人数で島を探すのは難しいでしょう。何しろ皆さんは見つけたら即座に撃ち殺さんばかりの勢いです。怯えた犯人があの深い森の中に逃げ込んだとしたら簡単には見つけられません。
そうやな。おとなしく台風が過ぎるのを待って船に警察を呼んでもらい、島中を徹底的に探し回ってもらう方がいいやろ。警察はな、すごいで。何百人も来てくれて、ほんまにしらみつぶしで探すんや。いくらあの深い森でもな、絶対にあぶり出してみせるで。
今一番大事なのはこれ以上愛する家族を失わないことだ。ルドルフ、お前に万が一があったら帰りを待つエンジェちゃんはどうなる？キリエ、バトラ、チキショウ、チキショウ。
You still have Angie Rudolph. Maybe her family will come back to her, but at least you would, wouldn't you, Rudolph?
お前たちに俺はまだ打ち明けてねえってのに。
Wait, Kirie doesn't know the truth either? I thought Kirie would know the truth, but Battler didn't. I never had a chance to tell the truth. Then what truth were you hiding, Rudolph? So it's the truth only Rudolph knows about. It's obviously regarding Battler's birth. And he hadn't told Kirie either? I would have thought both Kirie and... No, yeah, because Kirie did seem confused about what Rudolph was talking about back in episode 1. Back when Rudolph first mentioned that he had something he wanted to tell Battler and Kirie. He said he was going to tell them as a family. Then what was the truth he wanted to tell them? Regarding Awesome and Battler's birth, what was the truth? I wonder. If the truth was that Battler isn't Awesome's son, well, what if Battler is right? What if Battler is the baby from 19 years ago? The baby that Battler threw. That Nazi threw, sorry, not Battler. Battler didn't throw himself. The baby that Nazi threw. Could that be Battler? Could that be true? So, Battler's an orphan that Kinzo got, gave to Nazi who threw it. Rudolph found that baby and made him his own because maybe Asumir was just like Nazi struggling to give birth, and that's why Asumir is not actually Battler's birth mother, but and while Kirie suffered a miscarriage, maybe that could be a theory. That could be a theory, you know.
クラウスさん、きっといとこ部屋の皆さんも激しく動揺していると思います。クラウスさんが落ち着きを取り戻したところを見せることによって皆さんも少なからず落ち着きを取り戻せると思います。
Eric is big right now in having people relax.
言ってあげてはどうでしょう。
She doesn't want others to panic right now.
そうだ。みんなにこれからのことを話さなければならない。
源氏さんと郷田さんも一緒に上に行ってください。シャノンさんやカノンさん、 熊沢さんもきっと動揺されてると思います。
The three Beatos. All three of them are Beatos. All three of those you mentioned.
はい、それはもうきっと皆さんも動揺されていることでしょう。
よろしいのですが、何かお手伝いできることは他にありませんか？
だからこそクラウスさんと一緒にいてください。何かの時すぐにそれに応えられるように。私たちは先にここの戸締まりを確認したいと思います。すぐに上がりますから先に行ってください。
What's Erica trying to do there?
わかりました。
What is Erica attempting? And why is Genji so obediently listening to the guest?
何かございましたらお呼びください。
Instead of listening to Cross or Rudolph, he's just completely obedient to Erica. Or Hideyoshi, you know what I mean? Genji bowed and nodded to Cross. Cross nodded to Erica, then headed upstairs with Genji and Goda. When only men are around in time of confusion, it is easy for a composed member of the opposite sex to control the initiative. Even without the detective's authority, she was able to control them quite naturally. Erica had wanted to get rid of the servants for the time being.
よし、そうときたら早速戸締まりを確認しようぜ。
Interesting. So she did remove the servants on purpose. Okay.
問題はラウンジのこの大窓やな。シャッターもないみたいや。ここをぶち破られたら侵入は防げんで。
いいさ、ガラスの割れる音で十分だぜ。蜂の巣にしてやら。
Swiss cheese!
お静かに。皆さんに残ってもらったのは戸締まりの確認のためではありません。今から言うことを冷静に聞いてください。
When Erica lowered her voice, Rudolph and Hideyoshi realized that she had something secret to talk about. So they brought their ears closer as soon as they regained their composure.
いいですか？事件は親族会議の小休止中というわずかの時間の間に起こりました。そのわずかの時間中に誰にも悟られずに6人もの人間を殺すなど、到底場当たり的な犯行とは思えません。これは屋敷の内外の構造を知り尽くした関係者の犯行です。
それは。
And this is true for all episodes, Rudolph. This is true for all episodes. This whoever the culprit is knows the mansion real well, knows the layout of the mansion, of the island. It automatically cannot be Battler, basically. There's no way Battler knows the mansion this well. He must have researched it beforehand if he was the culprit. But we know Battler's not the culprit, so it's fine.
それは内部に詳しゅうなかった。しかし。
A short while ago, they had lambasted Gora, suspecting the servants of having made a blunder. However, they had only thought that he had forgotten to lock up, and were attacking him for letting the mysterious culprit sneak in. They hadn't considered that one of the servants they knew so well might have taken those lives with their own hands. No, they hadn't wanted to think that. People can easily suspect someone they know well of being a killer.
犯行当時、屋敷は内部より施錠され、親族会議に関わる皆さんしか存在しませんでした。
じゃあ兄貴がキリエたちを殺したってのか？それとも秀吉兄さんを疑えってのか？ありえねえ。考えられね
え。ありえね
え。わしは花からクラウス兄さんもルドルフ君も疑っとらんで。 わしら兄弟はみんな夫婦仲は円満や。後ろ宮家は確かに規律や金には厳しい一族やで。しかしな、家族を大事にするっていう気持ちは他の家に勝るとも劣らんつもりやで。
もちろんそれは信じてます。
Do you though?
皆さんが奥さんを殺すなど夢にも思っていませんから。
Do you though? Do you have the love to see that, Erica? Or are you going to try? Or are you going to try to find the culprit, regardless of whether it makes sense, or for why they did it or not? Are you going to try and understand if, let's say, Hideyoshi killed his own wife? Are you going to even try to understand why Hideyoshi would do that, or are you just going to say that he did it because it's the only logical thing that makes sense, in your opinion? Eric had already received red truth proof from Bata that they were not the murderers, so there was no need to argue that point. Cross, Rudolph, Hideyoshi, and Gora, none of those four was the killer. And yet, Erica said this.
しかし、郷田さんはどうでしょうか。親族会議の間、ずっと控室にいて、誰にも知られずに何らかの工作ができる立場です。
郷田さんを疑うのはちょいと早いで。郷田さんは小休止の時、食堂に飲み物の配膳に来てくれてたんや。だいぶ長いことを一緒にいてくれた。とても6人も殺す時間的猶予があったとは思えんのや。
しかし実行犯を屋敷内に手引きすることはできたかもな。
そういうことです。
Gora could be an accomplice.
郷田さん自身は実行犯ではないでしょう。しかし実行犯を密かに屋敷内に迎え入れることは十分に可能でした。
Yeah. Rudolph and Hideyoshi, stunned, looked at each other. They were all family. Even the wife of a sibling was still family. The siblings may have harbored hatred for each other, but they could never have hated each other's wives enough to kill them. I mean... Although Eva and Rosa were part of the sibling circle of hate, there could be no reason for a sibling to kill any of the others who had died, not Cicada, Batter, or the young Maria. I mean... Yeah? Yeah? But to a servant like Gora, perhaps everyone was a little more than a complete stranger.
私が使用人を疑う点は2点です。まず1点目は犠牲者たちと面識があり、かついずれの現場にも争った跡がないこと。
There were no signs of a struggle at any of the crime scenes.
すべての現場は全く乱れていなかったのを皆さんもよくご存知のはずです。
それは俺も思ってたぜ。あの喧嘩慣れした切り絵が何の抵抗もなく綺麗にぱったり殺されるかってんだ。
Even though we saw resistance in the magic fight, what if Kiria didn't actually resist?
相手の指くらいは食いちぎる女だぜ。顔見知りが犯人で油断させたところを突然って方が確かに説明はつく。
それを言ったらうちのエヴァもや。何しろ武芸百般、暴漢が襲ってこないかと日々ワクワクしとる女やで。そんなあっさりと殺されるわけがない。
なら客間のローザさんだってどうです？一人娘と一緒のローザさんが不審者相手に抵抗もせずみすみすと殺されると思いますか？そしてこのことはもう一つ大事なことを教えています。
大事なこと？
犯人は一人じゃないってことか。
そうや。客間にはローザさんとマリアちゃんが2人おったんや。同時に殺さなかったら大騒ぎになるところやで。それを殺せたっちゅうことは犯人は単独犯じゃないってことや。
ローザはマリアちゃんのことが絡めば小連れ熊みたいに怒りっぽくなるやつだ。仮に相手が銃で脅したとしてもひるむようなやつじゃねえ。なるほど、ローザにギリギリまで不信感を持たれない人物ってわけか。
Or culprit killed Rosa first. Culprit dressed up as Beatrice killed Rosa first, and Mari didn't mind it because she saw it as a necessary thing for the for you know, to go to the Golden Land. Remember the previous episodes? Maria didn't budge that much over the deaths of her own family members because she thought she was going to see them again in the Golden Land. How about that? So the culprit got really close enough to kill Rosa and Rosa alone, and then peacefully killed Maria because at that point Maria would go, "Yay, Golden Land!" Right? That sort of thing.
未知の部外者が島に紛れ込んでいるという考えの方が非現実的であることがすでにお分かりと思います。犯人はこの島に精通した関係者、そして複数です。
Now, if I was Rudolph and Hideyoshi at that stage, I'll probably start suspecting Erika too here, because she's trying to make it seem like no way an unknown outsider, you know, sneaking on the island is the culprit. They clearly there has to be someone familiar with the island, so it clearly can't be me. Even though we know Erika's not the culprit, I'm just saying it is natural for a Rudolph or a Hideyoshi to suspecting Erika. There's more than one culprit, and they know the island. Erika's reasoning pointed clearly at the ones they should suspect and guard themselves against. The servants.
エリカちゃんは使用人たちを疑ってるってのか。
I think I'm gonna end it there, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this part of Umineko when they cry. Family be theorizing. Alright, let's see where that gets them in the end. Eric's there to help them out. This has all been this has been a very you know, in-world sort of centered part, this one. Not as much magic stuff going on, you know what I mean? Very mystery oriented this part has been, so I like that. You know, we haven't had a proper mystery oriented part since you know, since the end of episode 5, right? So, and even that one was kind of a weird bollocks thing. So yeah, but basically, yeah, that's where we're at now. So Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this part of Umineko when they cry. I'll see you guys next time for some more. Maybe maybe find out some more next time. Um, what am I saying? I can't speak. I can't speak. Yeah, more investigating the next part, more theorizing with the family next part. We still haven't had the time to do the episodic talk about the epitaph and how to solve the riddle. You know, we've had this in every episode so far. We haven't had it yet in episode 6. I wonder when we're gonna get it, if we're gonna get it. So, the epitaph is, of course, an important part of this visual novel. We can't just forget it. We'll see if that ever becomes a discussion. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna end there. Hope you guys enjoyed this part at least as much as I enjoyed reading it. I'll see y'all next time. Alright, y'all. Peace.